Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a rundown of what happened in week 2 of Nationals, as well as show off some Katsu and Ira lists that were well performing throughout week 2. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully enjoy your stay. If you're a long-standing supporter, thank you so much as always. Feel free to check everything out down below, the deck list, the creator worksheet, all that good stuff. We will get right into it. So we had a good amount of Nationals this week. Everything from Indonesia down was this week, a little bit more than week 1. And we saw some more of the same, but also a couple new heroes kind of get into the mix when it came to wins. So far up until week 2 of Nationals, counting US Nats, Syndra is still in first with the total amount of wins at 5 wins. However, she did slow down a little bit this week. As you can see here in like the list of winners, and if I just highlight it here, just, you know, and I'll keep this highlighted so you understand like what was this week. As you can see here, I think she only got one win, which was Slovakia this week. Other than that, she actually, you know, didn't do quite as crazy as she did in week 2. Kind of the big winners this week were Gravy Bones and Arachne Slipped Through the Cracks. Arachne Slipped Through the Cracks had a total of 3 wins, and Gravy Bones had 3 wins as well. We saw a Katsu take a win. A Prism got a win in there. Slippy actually might have gotten 4 wins. No, he got 3. Vincent actually got a win. Marionette, Prism got another win, 2 wins total. And then we also saw Kano and Dash.io get into the mix. So pretty good wide spread of heroes. Again, the big key points in terms of like top of the meta is Syndra didn't have as performing of a week, and Gravy Bones, Arachne Slipped Through the Cracks, and really Prism kind of did the best this week. Gravy Bones is tied for second with Slipped Through the Cracks for 4 wins total in national season. We have Verdance at 3, Prism at 3, Dash.io and Marionette at 2, and then we have Azalea, Kano, Vincent, and Katsu with 1 win each. Some really cool stuff. Kind of a note, Luxembourg had a really small event, which is not a problem at all, but that's why you don't see the last 4 slots filled. They only had to cut the top 4. They only had a 6-person event, but, you know, some are bigger or smaller than ours. The only thing that is not filled in at this time is, for some reason, the Brunei page, it does not have 7th and 8th place. I probably can put it out on Twitter and figure it out. Usually when I say like, hey, I'm missing this, somebody knows. So I might try to get that for y'all, but that was last week. But yeah, so far nothing else too crazy. You can look through the top 8s here. We have a good mix of other heroes that kind of, you know, we're fighting for those top 8 spots. One of the bigger ones is Victor. Victor had a 2nd place finish and a 3rd and 4th place finish in Lithuania, and had a couple other placements as well. Katsu ended up having 3 total top 8s this week in Nationals, which is really cool. Ira had 1. And then, as you can see here, it kind of goes through a myriad of different heroes. Levia ended up getting 1 top 8. Dorinthia got in. Acilio got in. And we saw heroes like Jarl make a final. Acilio made another final. So we had a pretty good array of lists. So this is where we're at in total. Syndra has the most wins and the most top 8s by only 1. Verdance is close behind in total top 8s. Then Gravy Bones. And then it kind of trickles off from there with Arachne Slipped Through the Cracks, Dash.io, and Azalea. Currently right now, Prism actually has a pretty good conversion rate. Out of 16 Prisms that made top 8, 8 of them got to top 4, and 3 of them got to the final, which is pretty good. When it comes to conversion for like heroes that actually have a fair amount of top 8s, the worst conversion technically for the winner's circle at least is Azalea. She has 14 top 8s and only 1 win and only 3 finals. It's still pretty good, but it's a little bit less. The other one, again, also is Florian. Florian only has 9 top 8s, which in comparison to how good Florian was in the last meta, before News, LL, and before National Season, is a pretty steep drop-off. And out of those 9 top 8s, only 1 Florian ended up making the final, and they didn't quite take it home. So we're still kind of in that triangle type meta. Arachne Slipped Through the Cracks has started to kind of go up in there to try to prey on the Syndras with the disruption method, while also being a pretty aggressive deck. Can do pretty good in the Gravy Bones as well, can clear allies while also presenting disruption, and isn't a complete wash into a deck like Verdance. So being pretty good into all 3 of the top decks in the format is pretty nice. A little bit can have some trouble in the Prism, but isn't like an auto loss type thing. Prism's also doing pretty well. We're not seeing a lot of popper decks at the top of the meta other than Victor. A lot of people are having to worry about Verdance and Greybones and Syndra, so there had to be a little bit more aggressive leaning in order to deal with those kind of decks. And because of that, you're not seeing as many, of the top. So even though Guardian did get a big upgrade with new leaving, not a big enough upgrade, it seems to actually matter, to be honest. So that's kind of where we're at. Showing a couple of the cool lists. This is the winner from Vietnam Nationals, the Katsu, who won their Nationals. Congratulations to them. Super cool list. They're in the Purple Discord. They were talking about it. Nothing too crazy, honestly. Really just good stuff, Katsu. The biggest thing is they have the even bigger than that package in. They are running, I believe, 2 red even bigger than that and 1 yellow even bigger than that. They're on 2 yellow Descendant Gust Waves, which isn't like spicy. It's just a ratio thing. Some people are on 1, some people are on 2, some people are on 3. They are running stuff like Salt the Wound and Tenacity. I believe their Salt the Wound is main boarded, and then they board in Tenacity for those like really grinding matchups. They also have Double Strike, which is really cool. I remember them speaking about it in the Purple Discord that they are not on 3B like Waters. They just don't like the card. So they're looking for some replacements, and Double Strike was one of the things that came up in the list. Other than that, pretty standard Katsu, just really well piloted, did a really good job, and congrats to them. We also had another Katsu. This was Lithuania, and I believe this one, I just want to make sure I get this right, y'all. This Katsu ended up getting top 8 in Lithuania, and the biggest thing about this is it's not on the even bigger than that package or anything like that. It's just kind of more good stuff Katsu. The biggest thing is they do have the Break Tide kind of one of in there, which I love seeing. They also have the one of McGinty Release, so they're going a little bit more toolboxy with some of their options. They got the Blanche in the sideboard probably for Prism, and they do have a cheeky one of Razor Reflex. So they were doing some cool stuff, just like one ofs that they really enjoy. And that's the cool thing about Katsu right now is you can kind of play that way based off, what you think you're going to see and also what you're comfortable running. So other than that, nothing too crazy. Let's see if this first one. Okay, yeah. So they're running. The biggest difference is this list is actually running Tunic. The Vietnam winner only ran, I believe, Heart and Cross Trap. Did not run Tunic. So there's also a slight difference there. And they run Warmonger's Diplomacy. The winner did not run Warmonger's Diplomacy, which you're seeing in a lot of lists, but I guess they just want to go for that pure aggression. The final Katsu list was from Brazil. This was a top 8er. I don't think they got top 4. Let me triple check here. I wish I could remember this off the top of my head, y'all. They ended up getting top 4. So they got top 4 with this list. Nothing too crazy. They're actually on 3 Break Tide, which I found really interesting. Hey, Break Tide, I love the line. You're never going to hear anything from you running that. They are on 1 red even bigger than that and 2 yellow even bigger than that. So similar to the Vietnam winner. Have Blanche in the sideboard. They have 2 Razor Reflex and 3 Break Tide. So they're really trying to utilize the even bigger than that's probably to make the most of like stuff like Break Tide even later in the chain, or at least to get the line started, right? When you have even bigger than that, you can do things like, play a Whelming with Go Again, and if you naturally have Retrace and one of them hits, then you go get Break Tide. So you have that little bit of that toolbox capability. They are running Flick Flack, which I'm pretty sure most Katsus are off of right now. The winner was on it. So a lot of Katsus have been like 50-50 on it. They're not running Warmonger's Diplomacy. They're not running Tunic, only running Heart and Cross Trap. I don't think this is a right or a wrong answer. I will say Tunic has become less and less useful in Katsu. I don't even think I have it in my list anymore for the most part. I might have it in the sideboard. I don't think so. I think I just have Heart and Cross Trap. But these are the 3 lists. So pretty similar with what they're trying to do from a macro side. It's just some of them have even bigger than that. Some of them don't. Some of them have one-ofs of finishers that they enjoy more. I believe all 3 of them were on McGinty Release, which I'm telling people you should at least have a one-of in your deck. There's no reason not to. The line's too powerful. I don't understand people that keep not running it, but it is what it is. And then all 3 are on both Mask of the Pouncing Lynx and Mask Momentum, I believe. Okay, this one was not. So the Lithuania Katsu was not on Mask Momentum at all. And neither, it was. And then the Vietnam and the Brazilian Katsu were on Mask Momentum. So that's the 3 Katsu list. This is the one and only IRA list that top 8'd this week in Brazil. Lucas Ward, congrats to Lucas. It's a Flick Knives, more aggressive lean list. As you can see, they are running the Flick Knives. They do have Tunic and Blood Spattered Vest both. with Mask of Momentum. But they are running cards like Pick Up the Point at red. They're not running yellow Pick Up the Point, so it seems like, they didn't want to go too far into that. They're not running the NIMBY package or anything crazy like that. They're just running really good stuff, Ira, but they want. I'm assuming they really like the Flick Knife synergy. So they are running Pick Up the Point. They also are running Whirling Mist Blossom, which I found really cool. And they're running like a lot of the utility blues. They are running blue Pick Up the Point. Okay, they're not running the yellows. They're running the blues. Nip at the Heels, Knives Out. They're not running. Are they running? Okay, they're not running Conceal Blade, and they are running a one of Arcane Compliance, which is really interesting. So this was the one IRA that top aided, and you can kind of go on the FabTCG website and see these for yourself if you want to. So where does that leave us? We have Verdansk right now with 40 LL points this Nat season. Hopefully I'm doing my math right for the most part. Gravy Bones is at 40. Slippy has 32.5. Syndra has 30. Prism has 22.5. Prism is literally 2 weeks away from starting to double her points with every win, so that's pretty interesting. One of the biggest things right now is Azalea. Azalea is not on track to LL before the end of Nat season. If we go, because I love that Fabre has this. If we go to Living Legend right now, Azalea has 946. So she is 50, I'm terrible at math, 54 points away. She needs one, 25-point Nationals win and another win. So she needs one big Nationals, like a Hong Kong, an Italy, a Japan, Spain, Poland, Philippines, something like that, and then another win, which so far she has one win, period. So I could very well see Azalea not making it or making it through national season, which most people weren't expecting, including myself. And then we're also seeing the 0.5 demultiplier, right, kind of take effect. Right now, Verdansk would have 80 Living Legend points from this national season. Gravy Bones would already have 80. Slippy would have 65 basically. So you're starting to see the impact that this is going to have on these heroes in their year one and how much slower it will make them. But we have a couple big events coming up. Australia National still has to be played. It's a 160 player cap. We have a couple of 128 player caps. With stuff like Japan, Italy's a 96 player cap, Spain's a 96 player cap, Poland's a 128 player cap. So we're going to see a couple other big events, which is really nice to see. But yeah, definitely check out some of these lists. Hopefully I'll remember to link them all down below. It's been really nice being able to track this and see kind of how everyone's doing. And we have a good slew of nationals in our last week. It seems like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 more nationals to go next week. So definitely let me know what y'all's thoughts are down below from the difference of week 1 to week 2. Again, Syndra kind of going down. Slippy kind of is the biggest riser of the week. And then Gravy, Prism, and Verdansk are kind of maintaining the status quo. But I love seeing Katsu get a win. That was really, really cool. But thank you all so much. Hopefully enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If not me, it's completely fine. Go to another creator, leave a like, comment, subscribe on their stuff. Let's get more people seeing this game. And I'll see y'all next time on TC Talk. Thank you all so much.